Call Halalim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well, who taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect. The Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scriptures of the Holy Bible, teaches us to do. All right, the one and true word, man, that's being manifested more and more as we speak. All right, shalom to the Akwaf, the very few sisters that do listen to us as well. All right, and let me get right into it, man. It's the brother Yarmaya from the Great Millstone Chicago camp, and basically I'm coming to you with a lesson concerning what one would call divine intervention or a miracle, and that's what it's gonna take, and that's what it's gonna happen. I know things like Christianity, and Catholicism have bootlegged the scriptures so much and gave it a bad fairy tale light. So where it is our people, with a little sense, it shies them away from the faith and it shies them away from the Bible and the miracles in the Bible. But divine intervention on the side on Esau's side, who the man who classifies himself as so-called white, all right, today is what got us into slavery, because the Most High was with him. The Most High used him to be a whooping stick against his children, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, because they were disobedient. Like the Apostle Elder Ramlab did a lesson, a couple months ago, and he said he used predominantly the Southern Kingdom tribes, all right, the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, all right, which you will call Negroes, Jamaicans, and Haitians today, that were brought from the west coast of Africa, which we are not Africans. We were brought from the west coast of Africa, because we fled there predominantly in 70 AD, but that's another lesson from another time. But he used the example of, if the black man is so strong and so dominant, and just so much more just over the so-called white man, how did he master to get him into slavery? Because of divine intervention. And that same divine intervention, which is going to play on the elect side this time, is what's going to get us out of these harsh times to come. Because you can't outgun Esau Edom, all right? His blessing is the sword, just like our blessing is to inherit the kingdom of heaven, and there's nothing he's going to do to stop that. Not at all. Our blessing, hey, we the sons and daughters of the Most High, man. We got the spiritual attributes. We got the gift of faith, man, to believe in the Most High and to be delivered and to inherit all these things, man. Esau can't stop that, and we can't stop his sword, his military technology, and we got troops on the street, boots on the ground right now here in America, man. All right, it's about to go down, but divine intervention is what's going to stop this. So basically, I'm going to get right into the scriptures. I know that was kind of long, but I was trying to put it in a nutshell, because right now I'm just finna read, man. This is Proverbs 21 and verse 31. It says, Salakia, verse 30, says, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against Yahweh. All right, because it's not. There's nothing you're going to do to stop the plans of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, there's nothing against the counsel of the Lord, man. It says, the horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahweh, and the horse represents power. All right, a horse is a war machine, man. When you get in the ancient world, that's what a man did. He put on his garment, he put on his armor, he girded his loins. You know what I'm saying? He got ready, man. He got his sword, his spear, his shield, buckler, his helmet, and he got on his sword. But the horse, your chariot is prepared for battle, that power. Hey, but deliverance is of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. When you look at the mightiest warriors to ever live, man, under Yahweh Shai, you had David, the warrior king David, a man after the Most High's own heart. He asked for divine intervention. Judas Maccabees and his brothers, man, how they shut down everybody that came against him. They asked for divine intervention. Would you read about Gideon in the book of Judges, man? All right, Samson, when he had cut the hair, and the hair grew back, what did he ask the Lord for divine intervention, man? When he took down the two pillars, and this is a man who slayed 1,000 men, with the jawbone of an ass. That took spiritual power and divine intervention, man. But when he took down them two pillars, what did the scripture say? He killed more men that day than he did in his whole life, man. But that was through divine intervention and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man, and only the elect. This is our time, man. The men who've been professing this truth, You know, this is our time, man, because like the elders and apostles been saying for years, you know, the devil is about to show his horns, man. You know, Revelations, what's that, 12 and 12? He's coming down with great wrath, all right? And the wicked of our people are going to be punished in that time, and the righteous of our people are going to be delivered in that time, man. Divine intervention is needed, man. You know, this is Isaiah 59 and verse 17. It says, he put on righteousness as a breastplate and a helmet of salvation upon his head, and he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. According to their deeds he will repay. You know, and that's the righteous and the wicked, man. He, according to their deeds, man, according to all our deeds, he gonna repay. You know, he said fury to his enemies, you know, Salaki, fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. So going into the wicked, man, he's gonna repay, and we're coming into that time when the Most High, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the highest is visiting the earth. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, because like the brother Ratazawanya, all right, here Saint Benji always say, man, the Lord is gonna make a name for himself. And you see how he bringing the plagues. He made a name for himself in Egypt, man. But like the scriptures say, no longer shall they say the Lord thy God that delivered thee out of Egypt. It's going to be Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that delivered you out of the land of the north, man. And we're seeing that. We're seeing big plagues. We're seeing swarms of locusts. We're seeing these coronavirus, all these other, this weird shit up out here, you know, whether it's hoaxed up or not. Hey, the Lord is moving, man, through the earth. And he's making a name for himself. Verse 19, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And the standard against him is going to be that spiritual power. It's going to be that divine intervention. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. You know, you read these mighty stories about Yahweh Shai doing miracles. All right, about the disciples, the apostles doing miracles. Hey, what King David was doing, what Samson was doing, what Gideon was doing, what Barak was doing, what Moses was doing. These were miracles, man. So on and so forth. What Paul was doing. Now, these were miracles, man. They worshiped them like gods, man. You know, when they seen what that serpent bit Paul, man. All right, they looked at him, man. They knew that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua was dealing with him, man. You know, this was miracles. You know, even though that Christian folklore and that bullshit Catholicism have bootlegged the Bible, you know. This is real, man. All these things that's coming to pass have been spoken before, man. The prophesy, all right? The prophecy's speaking, man, more and more. All right, in this last prophecy that's coming to pass, this man implementing martial law, implementing his RFID chip, all right? And the saints of the Most High taking the kingdom, man. The elect giving spiritual powers, man, and taking this man down. Like it shows you in that X-Men movie. All right, and I always quote that when Days of Future Past. They got that right out of the book of Amos when Magneto snatched the bunk out the ground, man. Though thou diggest in the hill, from thence I will bring thee up, man. You know? And he said it, man. He had the angels with him, the big sentinels. He had the chariot with him, that baseball field. Behind him, that circular motion object. He said it, what he said. You're only about to see the glimpse of what my race, what my people is about to unleash on the earth, man. Look up that scene. That's the most powerful, one of the most powerful scenes out of all the X-Men movies, man, that Days of Future Past. And what did he do? What did they do? They went back into the past, man, and they altered the future. They showed that no matter what Esau's plans was for the X-Men, which were the Israelites, and he ain't gonna stop that future, man. We're gonna rule, man, in righteousness, all right? Everybody's gonna be all good. This is 2nd Ezra 16. And 12, Salaki, 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. And this is what you're seeing right now. It says, there shall be in every place and in the cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And this devil is coming down with great wrath. You know, he's coming after the prophets. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none. And this is coming soon. This is why he got the RFID soldiers, man. Them soldiers that want to kick in your door, plant you with the chip. If not, they want to take you to a damn concentration camp and torture you, man. All under the name of the coronavirus, all right? Hey, they had a show, another X-Men show. They cut it off. It was called Wolverine and the X-Men. It was about martial law, man. And the dudes, you know, was called the Martys, the MRIDs, the Martys, man. And that's what they was doing. It was all about martial law. And who was behind it? The elites, man. Some dudes at a round table dressed up like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and shit, man. You know, that was very deep, man. You know, and they cut that cartoon off, man. It says they shall waste. Verse 71 again, it said, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Because what does the scripture say in Sirach, the 2nd chapter? Acceptable men are tried in the fire, man. It says, hear ye, my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, and the guide of those of them that who keep my commandments and precepts, said Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. All right, and that's what's going on. It says, yeah, that's enough. All right. So we not to be in a depressed state. We not to be in a low state. All right. Our hopes are high right now, because the chips are on our side. Those who got faith, those who've been doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, the world is finna be punished, man. You know, and if you die, you know, hey, precious is the death of the saints in the sight of the Lord, as the scriptures say. But at the same time, we ain't gonna die like you niggas, like you slaves, like he said in the movie Mandingo. All right, straight up. But hey, I don't even believe, you know what I'm saying? I believe that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna lift us up, and we're gonna rip up these motherfuckers' heads off, man. I don't believe majority of us are gonna die. Majority of us not gonna die. You know, there may be few martyrs here and there, but hey, that's up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, but that divine intervention, man, hey, the Lord gonna stand up for us, man, and he about to smash these motherfuckers, starting with these fucking crackers, man. Straight up. But with that being said, call aloud me, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Hey, we living in an exciting time, man. Endure. Shalom.